He has lost the contract to the NBA that they had for the last since 2000. And last week it looked like they tried to match last minute, but Amazon and NBC have stepped in. NBC's already, talking about possibly having Sunday night basketball, Tuesday night. I mean, it would be a whole revamp of what people are used to for the last the 21st century, and people are really fighting back on it. Shaq spoke out on it. Charles Barkley spoke out on it. He said, "My deal is 10 years, 210 million. TNT has to come to me ASAP and guarantee my whole thing, or they can offer me a pay cut, which is no chance of happening, so I would be a free agent." My thing is, y'all effed up. I didn't F up. Why do I have to take a pay cut? So that's what he said. It's funny because he said he backtracks a lot. That's why I don't really cover Charles Barkley too much, because I remember he backflipped last year. He said he was going to retire, and that was going to be, he was going to retire after this current season. And then he backtracked and said he wouldn't want to work for anybody else other than TNT. Now he's saying that he's willing to look at some other offers from some other companies. And I'm like, wow, he backtracked again. Now he goes on and says the NBA clearly wanted to break us up. I don't want to be in a relationship where I have to sue somebody. That makes zero sense. If you have to sue somebody to stay in a relationship, do you think that's a healthy relationship? And that's according to, because like I said, now TNT has decided, Warner Brothers, to file a lawsuit to the NBA for rejecting their offer that they matched. Because normally in business, when you match an offer, that's it. But they matched it and they still lost. The NBA said, we'd rather deal with Amazon. I think a lot of that has to do with the NFL. The NFL has Amazon Prime, Thursday Night Football. They've gotten into bed with NBC Peacock. They also got the NBC Sunday Night. The NBA is trying to get as many eyes on the product as possible, and they see streaming as like the future of how we consume product. I mean, TV's not going anywhere, but they wanted to get more out of their money, I guess. So Warner Brothers previously said they had matched the 1.8 billion per year, but the league declined. So Barkley goes on and says clearly the NBA wanted to break us up. And TNT matched the money, but they know Amazon and these tech companies are the only ones willing to pay for the rights that they double in the future. The NBA did not want to piss them off. It's a sad day when owners and commissioners choose money over the fans. And yeah, they are, because the fans, a lot of fans, it's crazy because the NBA on NBC was very popular back in the 90s. People loved the theme song, but you got adjusted, and we've had the NBA on TNT almost as long as we had it on NBC. So you've gotten conditioned to seeing Kenny, Shaq, Charles, Ernie, the Thursday night lineup. They're talking about putting this on Sunday nights now. That's going to really change the way people view basketball. So this is a whole switch up. And yeah, they could care less. The NBA stopped caring about what the fans think a long time ago. We've been complaining about the dunk contest for like a decade. They've done nothing to juice it up for the fans. No stars participate. The fans have been complaining about prices for tickets. They don't care. Fans have complained about players and what do they call it? Resting, when they rest players, time management. And Popovich started doing that in San Antonio, where he would rest all the stars. And you got people who pay their hard-earned money, and it's not like they reduce the price in these tickets when the stars are out. You're still paying the same money you would pay if the stars were there. And they don't care. They rather care about the players and rest and the injuries than giving the fans a show and showing the stars, to the people who paid to see them. So the NBA hasn't cared about what the fans really think for a long time. They really could care less. It's all about money for them, because there's a lot of things people complain about, and they don't make any adjustments to try to fix the issues at all. So I'm not shocked that they, despite popularity vote, they still went with the other direction, because they could care less. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't know how. And it's Amazon who got him, so it'll be on Prime. You had people complaining last year that they couldn't watch Thursday Night Football because they didn't have Prime. I had Prime. I personally don't really like watching it on there. It drags a little bit every now and then. It's a little slow. But yeah, this is what it is. So the lawsuit comes 2 days after the NBA signed a new 11-year medium rights deal for 76 billion with Disney, NBC, and Amazon Prime. This is a three-party deal: Disney, Prime, and NBC, from the 2025 season to the 2036 season. Wow, this is a minute. Wow, long time. So, yeah, this is it. So this will be the last year for NBA on TNT. Enjoy it while it lasts. But yeah, Barkley's now saying he's gonna go somewhere else, and he probably end up on like NBA TV or something like that. Because like I said, how many other this is a three-way deal: ESPN, NBC, and Prime. Like, what other places can you go work? You know what I mean? Barkley ain't going to ESPN. He ain't about to work hard like that. He ain't doing the Stephen A. Smith schedule. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see who's gonna hire Charles Barkley, and if we're gonna see any of these people on regular TV after this, because they've tied it all up. But yeah, they're suing the NBA. I don't think it's gonna. At this point, it is what it is. The deals have been, the ink's on the paper. They've lost it. But yeah, like Stephen A. said, how many times can you show reruns of Law and Order? You know what I mean? They'll see.